Good morning. Our first issue is liberalized vaccine policy. Supreme Court has questioned this particular liberalized vaccine policy. It has asked the central government that as center has the monopsony means many sellers, one buyer. That condition is called monopsony. So as center has the monopsony power, why can't it procure on a bulk basis and why can't it distribute it to the states? That's the question asked by the Supreme Court. Now, under liberalized vaccination policy, central government has said that it is allowing for differential price position and it itself has prefixed the prices for center, states and private procurement. Supreme Court has questioned this particular practice saying that it is against the right to equality because central government is getting it at a lower cost, states at a higher cost and private procurers at a little bit higher cost. So that's against a right to equality. For the equitable distribution of vaccines, why can't the central government itself procure and distribute? That's the question asked by the Supreme Court. And many states, including Odisha, Kerala, they have requested the central government for the centralized procurement. See, because center can procure it at a very low cost. That's the reason. Next issue is search engine an intermediary? Recently, the government has published IT rules, Information and Technology Rules 2021. According to those rules, Google now says, as it is a search engine, it is different from social media companies. That's why these rules are not applicable to Google. That is the position. What happened recently is a woman has filed a case in Delhi High Court saying that some of her photos are taken from Facebook and Twitter and placed in some pornographic sites. Now, she is requesting Google to remove them. That case went to Delhi High Court. Now, Google maintains its position that, see, according to IT rules, Rule 4, Google is not a social media company. Its function is just to crawl and index various content posted by the third parties. So, if a removal of unlawful and derogatory content provisions under Rule 4 are not applicable to Google, if we have to remove any content, we have to remove it globally. Maybe that content might not be accepted in India. In other areas, that content might be accepted. This stand is independent of this case. It is talking from a broader perspective, not just limited to this case. So now, High Court has sent a notice to central government and Delhi Union Territory asking about applicability of this intermediary provision to Google. Next issue is cancellation of board exams. Recently, central government has agreed for cancellation of CBSE and other examinations. Now, CBSE said that we are going to develop an objective criteria like last year to assess the scores based on internal marks, practical scores, etc. It also has provided an option for improvisation test after this pandemic. Now the decision remains with regard to competitive exams like JEE exams, NEET exams, etc. These are entrance exams. Now the center and the states, they have to decide on them, plus they have to provide the necessary support. Now in the present pandemic context, many families and many students, they are hit hardly by this particular pandemic. In this context, center and state government should provide necessary support to the students in terms of more tuitions if necessary. Next issue is challenges to Indian federalism. Recent West Bengal issue with regard to CS, Chief Secretary, initially deputation, after that sending the notices under Disaster Management Act. This particular incident has raised the questions over challenges to Indian federalism. These are some of the challenges. One is centralization of resource allocation and implementation of welfare schemes. For example, under last year's Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, central government has brought in many measures, including some of the welfare schemes. Whenever center implements welfare schemes, states also should contribute certain part of money. But states are not consulted. And resource allocation is centralized, especially financial resources are Center has more resources and more responsibilities of center. But allocation of resources have become centralized. Role of governor is criticized, especially if you see the West Bengal and role of governor in sending report over president's rule. These issues are criticized. Use of central agencies against the state leaders, especially CBI, Enforcement Directorate. Use of these institutions are criticized. And then executive overreach in terms of bypassing the states. For example, recently, last year, when the education minister was conducting consultation meetings with regard to national education policy, he didn't inform any of the state authorities, directly held the meetings with education secretaries of the states. And then when nationwide lockdown was imposed last year, states were not consulted. Now recently liberalized vaccine policy, it has put a differential scheme for center and states. And these are some of the issues. Constitution, it provides for strong center based on our political, ethnic, economic, cultural diversities. But in a multi-country, multicultural, multi-diverse country like India, strengthening federalism is the need of the hour for the welfare of the people because locals know better on local problems. Next issue is mental health issues. Recently, Naomi Osaka, she is a tennis player. She has withdrawn from French Open, saying that the authorities are mandatorily requesting for press meet after and before the tournament. As she is facing anxiety issues, mental health issues, she is unable to participate in those press meets. That's why she said, as they are mandatory, she is withdrawing from this particular French Open. WHO has mentioned that stigma associated with mental health issues and lack of sensitivity is leading to more stigmatization of people suffering from mental health issues. Now, this mandatory press meet is part of sport and its economic role. So when the players they participate in the press meet, it generates more economy, it generates more money. But can this argument overrides this principle of protecting the mental health issue of the person, athlete or sports person? Recently, if we see pressure on athletes and sports people from fans and organizers, it's increasing. If we see the core principle of sport, it's exhibiting one's potential. Are we moving in a wrong direction in the name of economies? We need to think on it. Next issue is global minimum tax. Recently, under OECD, Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, two-pillar discussion started. Among them, one is base erosion and profit shifting. Some of the companies they are shifting their profits without paying the taxes to the country. That is leading to erosion of tax base. Second one, tax havens are imposing very less taxes. So companies are moving to these tax havens. So bringing tax back from tax havens and addressing base erosion, profit shifting. These are two pillars of OECD discussion. To implement these two pillars, neutralization of tax incentives, consensus among the states over minimum tax, global minimum tax, these two are suggested as the solutions. This will increase the tax incomes of countries including USA, India, and many other countries. That's why discussions are going on. But bringing in consensus might be difficult because European Union they say that in this entire scenario USA is dominating it and it is proposing a higher tax rate. That might lead to a controversy again. Next issue is recently in UNHRC, United Nations Human Rights Council, there's a resolution introduced over human rights issues in Palestine. India has abstained. There are overall 47 members in UNHRC. India has abstained, but it passed with the majority. Based on this, UNHRC has set up an inquiry commission on human rights violation in Palestine, Israel. This is against Israel, that's why India abstained it. But Palestine has criticized India's move, saying that It's not just Palestinian people's rights, but it's the work of UNHRC. Many years of UNHRC has put in this particular resolution. Now, India, by abstaining from vote, it has undermined the work of UNHRC, the International Human Rights Organization. Next issue is United Nations General Assembly elections. UNGA is the major decision-making body under United Nations system. All member countries have the equal voting rights, and Maldives is contesting. Afghanistan's member is contesting. In next week in UNGA elections, India is going to vote for Maldivian person. Next issue is Tulsa Massacre. Tulsa is a place in USA. Tulsa raised massacre in 1921. The wealthy and rich Afro Americans, these were killed in thousands in this particular massacre by the white races. This was not recognized officially, though it's been recognized. A president of United States from the power position not recognized. Recently, Joe Biden has officially recognized it, so that's why it's significant. Final issue is USA and DST, Digital Services Tax. USA said whoever is imposing digital services tax, it is unjust. That's why we will impose the retaliatory taxes on those countries. India is one of the countries which is imposing digital services tax. UK and other countries are also imposing it. USA said we are going to impose counter tariffs, but then later it withdrew it. And it said as we have negotiations, G7 negotiations, we will decide on it in these negotiations with regard to these taxes. Thank you very much. All the very best.